reading from the book of the prophet Jonah. The word of the Lord came to Jonah a second time. Set out for the great city of Nineveh and announce to it the message that I will tell you. So Jonah made ready and went to Nineveh, according to the Lord's bidding. Now Nineveh was an enormously large city. It took 3 days to go through it. Jonah began his journey through the city and had gone but a single day's walk, announcing, 40 days more and Nineveh shall be destroyed. When the people of Nineveh believed God, they proclaimed a fast, and all of them, great and small, put on sackcloth. When the news reached the king of Nineveh, he rose from his throne, laid aside his robe, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in the ashes. Then he had this proclaimed throughout Nineveh, by decree of the king and his nobles. Neither man nor beast, neither cattle nor sheep shall taste anything. They shall not eat, nor shall they drink water. Man and beast shall be covered with sackcloth and call loudly to God. Every man shall turn from his evil way and from the violence he has in hand. Who knows, God may relent and forgive and withhold his blazing wrath, so that we shall not perish. When God saw by their actions how they had turned from their evil way, he repented of the evil that he had threatened to do to them. He did not carry it out. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Responsorial Psalm. A heart contrite and humbled, O God, you will not spurn.
A heart contrite and humbled, O God, you will not spurn.
Have mercy on me, O God, in your goodness. In the greatness of your compassion, wipe out my offense. Thoroughly wash me from my guilt, and of my sin cleanse me.
A heart contrite and humbled, O God, you will not spurn.
A clean heart create for me, O God, and a steadfast spirit renew within me. Cast me not out from your presence, and your Holy Spirit take not from me.
A heart contrite and humbled, O God, you will not spurn.
For you are not pleased with sacrifices. Should I offer a burnt offering, you would not accept it. My sacrifice, O God, is a contrite spirit, a heart contrite and humbled. O God, you will not spurn.
A heart contrite and humbled, O God, you will not spurn. The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. While still more people gathered in the crowd, Jesus said to them, "This generation is an evil generation. It seeks a sign, but no sign will be given it except the sign of Jonah. Just as Jonah became a sign to the Ninevites, so will the Son of Man be to this generation. At the judgment, the queen of the south will rise with the men of this generation, and she will condemn them, because she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And behold, there is something greater than Solomon here. At the judgment, the men of Nineveh will rise with this generation and condemn it, because at the preaching of Jonah they repented, and there is something greater than Jonah here." The Gospel of the Lord. If I had somebody in my car with me and I said, okay, we're going to do some hospital rounds and we're going to Providence Hospital first and then we're going to Mobile Infirmary. So we head out Cody Road and I make a right-hand turn on Grelot. Then it would be very likely for the person riding with me to say, oh, I guess you changed your mind about which hospital you're going to first. How do you know that I changed my mind? I changed my direction, okay? The Greek word metanoia means change your mind. But if there's no change in direction in our life, then the so-called change of mind is really a sham, okay? It's nothing. Now that takes us to the Ninevites today. It's nice to proclaim a fast and put on the sackcloth. That's an outward gesture. But it has to coincide with an interior attitude, and in fact, that's exactly what we see. Man and beast shall be covered with sackcloth. Everyone shall turn from his evil way and from the violence he has in hand, so that there's an outward sign of an inward change, okay? Just like my inward change of mind is indicated by the outward sign of making a right-hand turn on Grelot. And so what we're talking about here then is trying to see how fasting not only sensitizes us to the needs of others, what we can give to them, but it also sensitizes us to the needs we have of what we need to get rid of. And that's what the Ninevites did. They looked inside themselves. They saw the evil and the violence that needed to be got rid of, to be weeded out, and their outward gesture of sackcloth and ashes is an outward sign of the interior change that is going on inside them. This is the goal for our Lent, to have that interior change that can be signified by the outward signs, but it's the inward change that matters. Let us stand and pray.